perfect day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings and queens, makwesna makwesikas, and to all my gender non-conforming people, hey guys, welcome to your greatest young show on land. Yes, I said it, this is your greatest young show on land, right here on Keith Ngesi Radio with myself, Baby Sihu. Man, I've missed that. I've missed saying that. You are tuned in on your greatest young show on land, and when I say it's your greatest young show on land, I'm not comparing it with any other youth show. You know, I'm saying we're the greatest in our own lane because we're giving it our best. And when we give it our best, we are the greatest, man. But I'm not alone, you know, because the Bible says it's not good for men to be alone. Therefore, I too, I'm not alone. I am with a king. You really are a king. You know, when I say king, usually it's how I, salute people that, don't be flattered. I'm just doing this for radio, for the sake of TV, of people who are watching. But I refer to kings as people I admire, not just in the sense of like what they do, but also who they are. I have a select few that I refer to as kings, and I think you're a king, man.
Thank you so
Kings are leaders.
Yeah.
Kings are people we look up to for guidance, people we look up to for vitality, and for counsel and just for being.
Yeah.
There are kings in the Bible who were, I don't want to refer to them as drunkards, but they drank a lot.
Yeah.
But still people respected their kings because even with all that they did that people would consider as their flaws or as something not as good, they were still respected and revered because of who they were, so even in all your flaws or in whatever that is not necessarily perfect, you still try and be a good man, and there are not a lot of men out there who we can look to and say, hey man, you're a good man, but you're a good man. Good morning, Asanda Magaga. How are you feeling?
Well, now I'm feeling very emotional because.
Hi, boss. My week, brah.
No, what do you mean?
It's my week.
Okay, hopefully you told me it's for the view.
It's for radio.
Makes sense. But thank you so much, man. That hit deep. It honestly hit deep because I've never been told that before.
Oh wow.
It's usually something that I tell myself, every morning, just to hype myself up. That okay, listen, you're the greatest thing to ever step out of this world.
Was cut by spilling.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Very important, Landia's cut.
But we can't from way.
I know. It hits different. Lindo Msele is saying, hey folks.
Hey, how you doing?
I laugh when people refer to you as folks because I'm always thinking, I'm like, say folks. Hi, say folks. Hey, I hope you're good. I hope your weekend is going well. It is a Saturday. We might be out here looking serious and sounding serious, but it is a Saturday. Speaking of which, I'd like to know how's your week, guys? And this week, if you had set things out for yourself, how many of the things that you wanted to do did you accomplish, and how many didn't you, and what was standing in your way? Because when the week begins, we set for ourselves goals, to-do lists and all of that, and whenever we leave, we ask each other, hey, what are you looking for in the next week? So how many of the things that you were looking forward to do kleveki uzenzile and ongazenzanga bekutheni? How's your week? Let's reflect. How's your week?
Before I let you know about my week, I think they also need to realize that you don't have to accomplish and you make progress. You understand? If you didn't really accomplish it, the whole goal, don't beat yourself up. It just wasn't the right time, and if you've just made progress, for me that's number one.
That is an accomplishment. Progress is something. It counts for something.
And I always say that success is not the end goal. That's not the success. Success is every step you take. You understand? If I take a step from here to the door, I've successfully walked to the door. You understand? So people need to understand that it doesn't mean if your goal was to make 100,000 this week and you made 90, you didn't do anything.
Amen. 90,000. Bro, come on. Bruh, why are you talking about big money? Is this your way of telling us that you made 90,000 this week? Oh, thank you.
Not
Okay.
Not 90.
And,
I didn't say
okay.
anything after that. I said
Okay, not night. Okay, Mr. Big
wow,
Shot.
listen to you. But my week has been good.
Mm-hmm.
My week has been good. I'm in the process of, and this makes me very emotional to talk about. I'm in the process of, I'm working on a dream that I've had since 2008. 2008, I was in grade 4. You know, it's a dream.
Anybody, Asanda, 2008,
Guys,
you were in
yeah.
grade 4. What?
Yeah, I'm 23.
Very
And
young,
for
eh?
the first time ever, okay, well, not for the first time, but now I'm so comfortable telling people that I'm 23. It's amazing. But yeah, no, I'm young, man. And yeah, it's been a dream since 2008.
Yeah.
Now we're in 2022 and it's becoming a reality, and I'm making it a reality. So it's been a very good week, man. And
Yeah.
it just shows that dreams don't expire. You understand? And this is a dream that's not only about me. It's not about me, actually. It's about other people. And yeah, it looks good. It looks good. So it's been a great week. It's really been a great week. Even emotionally, it's been a great week. And
Hey, okay. You're dating. That's why you're smiling. That's why you look okay. I see you.
I didn't say I'm dating. I said I'm
You met
not
someone, dude. When?
Could be a potential business partner.
Oh, okay.
Or just a
Okay.
partner.
Why are you telling us about your business? We don't care about that.
Oh, you guys don't care about my business?
We care about a potential somebody though.
Oh, you guys want to know
Because
what?
we like juice, Tina, here.
Let's look at the door. You never know. Maybe the man walk in. You never know. So
Funny.
if ever there's a third person,
Funny.
third voice in the room, just maybe it's that person. But yeah, it's been a good week. How you been?
Hey man, I had a really refreshing week.
Yeah.
It's been one of the most peaceful weeks I've had since the year started. I feel like I'm growing into myself. I am tapping into the parts of me that I was never ready to face and that I did not know I needed to face. I am, getting in touch with my feminine side. I love that. I love it. It makes me feel so good. Man,
Look at you.
it's and not just physically, just in the way I think and my mannerisms and in how I approach things. So I love that. I feel like I'm becoming obutle, and it's something that I had set out for myself beginning of the year, that if anything this year, out of all the things that I'll pursue and out of all the things that I'll try and do, may I grow into myself. May I become, that which I've been looking and aspiring to become. And I love that. It's a beautiful feeling when you feel so connected with yourself and you feel so in character and you're starting to loosen up, man. You're just like, no man,
So happy. Look at you.
dude, it's been a beautiful week. I've been refining my relationships with family, with friends, and it's beautiful, man. I love it. And Ntomazuka Mbalintula is saying, hi baby and Asanda. Hi Ntombi, I miss you so much. I lost your number. We were literally talking about Asanda before the show started, and I was just like, hey, I need your number.
No, I mean, you can write the number there.
I don't do that. Ntombi is famous. Ntombi is a celebrity.
Write yours. I'm sure people want you.
She's an award-winning media personality. Do you know that? So talk to Ntombi nice. You can't be dropping in numbers but she's an award-winning media personality, and yeah, we are not even worthy that she's watching.
Ooh.
Like, we're not even worthy that she's here. Imagine, guys. We are like.
Do you need a glass of
I need a glass of water. What were you guys saying about me? Famous way, not her downplaying herself. This is, you know when they're just like, ubani mna, just stop it, and you're just like, they're in it. Anyways, today we'll be talking about the lessons. Listen, Ntombi, I'm really sorry. Ntombi is out here saying she's not. You're not what? You're not great. You're not one of the best media personalities that we have in the Eastern Cape. You're not one of the best radio presenters there are out there. What? You're not what? Don't do that to us. Don't do that to us. And we're not even saying that for the sake of radio. You know it's true. We're not saying that for the sake of the listeners, just like I did with Asanda. Chini. She is award winning. She's award winning. She's certified lover boy. Not a certified lover boy, but like you get what I mean. You're you're there. You're up there, big league. So, dango. But anyways, what are we talking about today?
Today we're reflecting on the lessons that we've learned from COVID. And, I don't want us to focus on, when people see me, they already think our business. No.
Serious.
Yeah.
Mr. Serious Guy.
I mean,
90,000.
Oh,
wow.
Didn't even, I've always
wow.
said, I'm always forward. Today I'm very jeans. Yeah.
I want to steal that.
Still what?
The sweater, bro. Like,
No, sure. This is important.
Okay.
You can't.
Okay.
This is called the indication trouble.
Nomanda Lorraine Peter is saying hi, baby, and Asanda. And Dombi says she can't hear you properly, so you need to come closer to the mic. Yeah, I get. So today we're reflecting on what COVID has taught us as young people and the lessons that we should take from it. It's been 2 years of what? Of COVID. Ingo nangoku ingati iyehla ngo-2022. So we've had a new normal for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
What have we learned from it, or what should we learn from it? Because things are different now. Systems are no longer the same. I tell people, hey guys, I'm studying, and then they're like, Haibo, but you're not in Cape Town, you're not in Joburg. I'm like, yes, but Cape Town is at home with me, online. And they're like, whoa, nah, you're kidding. I'm like, bro,
These are possible.
It's possible. So what are some of the things that you've learned only from COVID that are helping you now? After COVID.
Honestly, the first thing I'd say, life is unpredictable. That's the one thing that I learned, that life is unpredictable. You can plan as much as you can, just like planning life. My life is going to go this way and this way and this way. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen that way.
It goes in with what Undomi just said, yes?
Yeah.
For me, I've learned to adapt quickly.
Yes, exactly. And it's very important. And like I said, not only business, just your personal life as well. Things changed, guys. They changed. We lost contact with friends because we couldn't hang out anymore. And now some of those relationships are no more. And you had plans with this friend that, okay, man.
You thought this was the guy who's going to walk with me.
So,
okay, you're not, you men don't walk down the aisle, but yeah, you're best men.
Then why do we wait there? Not do we want to walk.
That is so weird.
No,
but yeah.
You want to see everyone looking at us and like we look good. You must be like that.
Men and taking up space. You see now, even now you want to take up space.
We walk
guys.
down the aisle.
Guys.
The only time we walk down the aisle is in the movies. When you go to the movies, you walk down the aisle in order to sit.
Oh wow, that is so lame.
Not stairs.
That is so lame. But yeah, as you were.
Wow.
That is lame. As you were.
Anyway. Look, we were forced to adapt. You understand? It was a wake-up call, and it's a wake-up call that I appreciate. I'll tell you why. It exposed the potential that we have, or we had. We just didn't want to act on it. You understand? It exposed a lot of things. When you look at the country as well, like you said that you studied online. This means that we could have studied online back in the day, but we didn't do it. We knew we can. I think it just was a matter of we scared to do it. So COVID was like, okay, cool. You don't want to do it, I'll force you to do it. So I look at COVID as a wake-up call for South Africa, for us as well as personally. That it was a wake-up call that, okay, Asanda, you are good in business. I've always known this, but I was just like, yeah, but how can I go about it? And COVID said, you gotta go. It's not your choice. So I think COVID was a wake-up call that most of us needed. It really was. It came with so many lessons, man. For me, I rediscovered myself during COVID. And if I'm not mistaken, we met during COVID, right?
Yeah, we did.
I don't know about where we met.
Okay,
or
cool.
what we met.
You can't say that now because people are about to be suspicious. Man, where did you guys meet?
I'll tell you guys where we met. I was driving in Quidley at night.
Oh my goodness, Lord. Oh my goodness, Lord. Okay.
No, we met at a proper place. We met at a proper place. But
and it was not during lockdown, hey?
No,
it was
it wasn't
not.
during
It was
lockdown.
just after level, I think level 2, level 3.
Yeah, it was really.
But it was after level 5 lockdown.
Yeah, and
Was
we
it
both
used?
went
Yeah.
It's fine.
Proper.
But you understand that before COVID, yes, I used to think, I wonder how it is to be on radio. I wonder if I could do this, right? Then COVID, I actually got onto radio. And I think I'm doing well. I don't know.
Wait, so for you, lockdown, or not lockdown, COVID pushed you outside your comfort zone.
Yes.
It was a thing where you were not brave enough to do some things, but because of COVID, you realized, hey man, there's no other option but to leave. Because if I don't leave, then I'm gonna lose my mind or whatever the case may be. I like that.
So like I said, it was a wake-up call for me. You know, I don't want to say it was a wake-up call for everybody because unfortunately some people lost a lot of things during COVID. Some people lost their jobs. Some people lost their lives. You understand? And that's really sad. You know, we do feel for those people. So I'm not gonna say it was a wake-up call for everybody. It was a wake-up call for me to just rediscover Asanda Magaga. I think Asanda Magaga was born during COVID. The whole time it was just Asanda.
Yeah.
Asanda Magaga was born during COVID, and he just came out and he took over.
Words spoken like a motivational speaker. Wow, like a businessman. But for me, man, I think, you know, some of the things that I've learned through COVID are not necessarily work functional, but they're more of life-based and relational-based, because I learned the importance of showing up for yourself, the importance of being in touch with yourself. Because during COVID, I made a lot of connections. I built a network for myself because that was the time when everybody was out there trying to reach out to people because I can't go out. Why not social media? Why not? That was the time
I was about to ask, how did you make connections but you're on lockdown?
Yeah, no. Also, I wasn't on lockdown. I'm an essential worker. This is very essential to keeping people sane. So at the time, I was not part of the, the locked.
Yeah, you were not part of the people.
The locked out, yes. But what I realized is the importance of really being in touch with yourself, because during that time, a lot of people were depending. I mean, a lot of people realized how dependent they were on other people, right? At this time, your boyfriend, if you were living with your boyfriend or your boyfriend was close to you, was not there to show up for you. Your friends were not there to constantly show up for you. You had to be by yourself. And even if you were with people, but COVID kind of forced you to re-look at your life. You know, Ubana, hey, actually, am I as strong as I thought I was? You know, why is the English doing this to me today? Am I as sane as I thought I was? Because now there's no friend to help keep me sane or keep me in check. I have to do that for myself. People are dying. You're watching a TV, so and so died. You're hearing about family members who've lost friends or something. You're just like, oh my God, it could be you anytime. And it was so easy to lose yourself had you not established a connection with yourself, a deeper and intentional connection with yourself, as to say, hey man, listen, in this life thing, as much as I have people around me, but honestly, I'm all I've got. You're not in a bad way. I have friends that really care, family that really care, but COVID taught me that you are in it. You are in it by yourself, man. This life thing is about you, and everyone else is just an addition to that, is a part of a network that you create, is a part of a system that you create. So show up for yourself.
I like that.
You know, show up for yourself. That's what it taught me. Whether it means that I need to start learning how to adapt quickly, you know, but either way, I had to show up. You know, whether it meant me leaping out of my comfort zone, that still meant that I show up for myself. So it taught me that, amongst other things.
I think something else that COVID taught us, or I say taught me, it was the fact that we do not have time. Look, you don't know how long you have left,
bro,
in this world. You do not know that. So if you're gonna be chilled and say, do it 2 years, do it after 2 years. COVID came and said, are you sure you have 2 years? You understand?
Yeah.
Maybe now I'm considering this thing of having a baby. Because I mean, what if I died during COVID? Nothing. You understand? No,
You're still a baby, man. You're like 23 years old. Why are you out here making children?
No, I can adopt.
Why are you adopting children? You're a child yourself and you're 23. Out here trying to make a... No, don't do that.
But listen, what if I had passed away during COVID?
Your legacy lives on in our
Which
memories. In our memories. Like, we'll think about you. You touched our lives.
I don't think I've touched anybody's life before COVID. That's the thing. Like, before COVID, I was Asanda.
But also, I feel like... before we move away from it. Touching people's lives goes beyond just what you do.
Okay.
By who you are, you touch people's lives. A smile goes a long way. It's how Umdu will say to me, hey man, I was having a bad day until I saw you smile. Yes, my smile is pretty, but like, we're not talking about that. But at Umdu, I was having a bad day and I saw you smile. You didn't do anything, but you smiled. And that made me feel good.
Okay.
Now, if you've made someone feel good, I'm telling you, you don't know what Umdu was thinking. They could have been thinking, hey man, this life thing is not worth it. How about I take my own life? And then they see you smile and then they're like, oh, forget that. Life is worth living. Let me try again. Let me reach for that smile. You've saved a life, literally. Which is much more than like what you do can measure up to. So you've touched lives. You have
like,
family.
It's time for me to go.
No. Asukoti. But we're just saying, your impact should never be based on what you do. That matters too, but your impact should lie on who you are. Because what happens when what you do is no longer there? What happens when your title is no longer there?
Makes sense.
Impact yaphela yona. So impact should extend beyond just what you do. It's in who you are.
Because many people will remember who you are after you passed and not really remember what you did.
Yep.
So you're saying I should do that?
No, don't have a baby. Not yet. You're still a baby, man. Like, why are you a baby trying to have a baby? That's my chat.
Guys, I don't want to die and not leave. I do Asanda One handsome little man.
We already have 2 of your children. We're happy with them.
2 of my what?
We're happy with 2 of the kids that you have here. Your businesses, we love them.
Man,
we're proud of you. Thank you.
Hey.
Oh, okay, no.
No, thank you so much, man.
But yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna add a 3rd baby. There's a 3rd baby that I'm working
on the way. Okay, we like that.
Another thing that COVID pushed out of me, it showed me that you know how to make money. It showed me that Asanda, you know how to make money, and you need to make money. One thing I'll tell you, man, during COVID, we went broke. A lot of people went broke. We really went broke. A lot of people lost jobs. And I saw people opening businesses, and I was just like, I love this. So yes, COVID, it was a negative thing, yes, but it brought out a lot of positive in a lot of people. Not COVID positive, but a lot of positive in people. And it's amazing, man. I don't know, my jokes are good.
Whack.
No.
I'm reminded of something. This is a lesson that I didn't learn during COVID, but in preparation for our conversation today, I realized that it's something I should have learned at the time. And obviously, during COVID, we were in the midst of a global pandemic, so it wasn't easy to be out here, okay, this is what you need to learn. We were in action You know, now we're reflecting, but oh, okay, these are the important things that we learn from it, and these are the things that we can use. All right, you know how we base off our happiness and our vitality to live on things and on achievements and on accolades and on all of these things that are said to be what makes a person. COVID made me realize that it's not that which makes you you. It is a part of you, but that's not what makes you you. And it's tied back to my last point. But your you-ness is based on your core, because a lot of people lost the things that they thought they lived for.
True.
You know, you lost the job that you thought, I suka, because I have this job, I'm untouchable, or I'm not this. And that's when you realize COVID, like, you can be stripped of everything in life, but as long as you still have got the core of what it means to be you, then that's it. You know, if vitality yako to live should not be based on anything that you can acquire, because whatever it is that you acquire, it can leave. You can lose it again, right? But when you lose the vitality to live, when you lose yourself, then what are you going to be able to acquire again? Because you're not there. You know, you're not present to work again. You're not present to reach for anything again, because you've lost yourself. So it's very important to base your vitality to live based on your core, you know, on who you are. And whatever spiritual force that you believe in, that's what matters. It's very important, guys. You know, faith. We talk about faith. It's very important. Even if you're not a Christian.
Oh, that kind of faith.
Faith, Oh my God. Triggered. Not a person. We're not talking. Oh my God.
Hey, man.
Wow.
Can we find a substitute for that word?
Yeah, but faith, it's a beautiful word. Beautiful name, if you have a name, you know, faith.
I'll walk out of here.
Don't do that, man. Don't be weak. Don't be weak. Don't allow triggers to trigger you. No, don't be weak. Don't be weak. Jolly will make you weak, Chief. Don't do that.
Who said anything about it?
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I'm literally just saying. Like, I'm just generalizing, literally. But don't do that.
We haven't been together for such a long time. Now we're back together on air.
This is what we're doing. I mean, hey now. But yeah, your vitality to live should be yours and yours alone. No one or nothing should have a claim over that. It's yours. It's your power. It's what drives you, and it's what should drive you if you're not driven by it. It's important to have a spiritual force, a spiritual higher being, whether it is God, whether it's your ancestors, whether it's yourself, something that you can hold firm on when everything around you is shaking. Something that can ground you when you feel like the ground is no longer solid anymore, when you feel like all hope is gone, when everything seems to not be making sense. There's that one thing that you should be able to hold on to and say, it may not be making sense, but as long as I'm holding on to you or holding on to that thing, then I'll find my way back. Then things will make sense again, even if it's not now, but later on in life. I'm open for that. So it's very important to believe in something.
We need a clip of you saying that. We need a clip of you saying that. So people need to be reminded of that every day.
Yeah.
It is something that I want to wake up to every day and watch and listen to every day.
Yeah.
We really need a clip of you saying that, because it's really powerful.
It is. And beyond just, it's very important, man. Yeah, it's very important. Do you realize how easy it is to lose faith? Just how heartbreak can shatter you so much more than like a lot of things can. And in that time, you're just like, what's there to live for? You know, people take their own lives because they don't have the vitality to live anymore. They have nothing to hold on to. It's gone. It's very important to have something that you can hold on to for as long as we live.
Yeah. And the crazy part is that thing, it's not tangible.
It's not.
You know, you can hold on to it.
Yeah, it's not. It's creating a space within yourself that you can go to when the world around you is shaky. A home inside of you that you can just tap into. Some go to that home with music and you listen to music and it just takes you there. And for some it's prayer.
Yeah.
If you're me, it's praying and talking to God.
Yeah. Hey,
And for some it's crying. Either way. Either way.
Because when you say prayer, man, some people can think praying is me saying our Father. No. You understand? You can sit down and have a conversation with God, like this, like if you're driving, he's in the passenger seat.
Or even in your heart, man. I always say this, that I say this to my friends, that I'll pray for you, and sometimes praying for you is not me kneeling down, but it's in the warm wishes that I have for you. It's in the things that I hold in my heart towards you and for you. So when I think about you and I'm like, oh, my friend is sick, then in my mind I start to believe that my friend will be okay. I'll start to hope that, hey, can she be okay? You know, may he be okay. And that's me praying for you. It's sending out good faith into the universe that, hey, please work towards, you know, our favor. So COVID has taught me that, man. And family. It's very, man. I don't know how to say this, but it's very important to have a community of love around you. I know some people don't have family because a lot has happened. I'm thinking about the KZN floods right now and how many families have been lost there. If you've lost a mom, a dad, a son, a kid, whatever the case may be, but a lot of people no longer have a family. So I choose to say family is important, not just blood relation, but a community of love around you. But if you are fortunate enough to have people who you are related to by blood, then that's dope. That's beautiful. Because I think there's a reason why we're related, man. There is a reason why your mother is your mom and not another person's mom. You know, we all could have come out from the same person, but Umdo has a family for a reason. There's a reason why you have a niece and your niece is your niece. Right? And you see it when, I'll use me as an example, man. Blood relation is something else, dog. You have a sister. Oh wow. I was generalizing.
Me, I'm not.
But you do have a sister, right? You have a sister, for example. I have a sister that I love so much, and I have siblings that I've never met, I've never spoken to, but I love them so much. This one time I was scrolling on social media and I saw someone talk to my sister, like Tuko sister, or I was just like in a comment section, I was like, bro, that's my sister. You know, we've never met, but she's my dad's daughter, and there's something in me that feels so connected to her. And that's no matter, but you know, when I met my sister for the first time, I was like, oh my god, I was super excited. But I meet people for the first time every now and again, but I'm not as happy and I'm not as, you know, wholesome feeling inside. But when it's your sister, you're like, people will hurt you, Asanda, countless times again, and you'll cut them off, and you probably won't feel bad about it. A family member, someone you share blood with, will hurt you countless times again, and you'll forgive them, not because you were told to, but because something in you, you know, brings you to it. And even when you've cut them off, there's still that thing. There's still that thing. You will not talk to you. I don't talk to my brother for the longest of time. But when we connect.
But there's something I hate about that. Most people take advantage of it. Like, they know that your family, you're not gonna cut me off. They take advantage of that. I hate it.
I feel like it goes with everyone. Like, it goes with everyone. People would take advantage of you, and people know you love them. They'll take advantage of you. You know, and another thing is that you don't have to tolerate that. You know, you don't have to tolerate anything from anybody. It's a choice. you know. And my highlight is just that the choice to cut off somebody who's not a family, who's not your family, who's a friend or a lover or something, is easier to make than the choice of cutting off someone who's family. Not because you've been told, but I don't cut them off, but because there's that thing that knows, man, no man, it's not supposed to be happening, you know, or like I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, no, but it does make sense. The connection is still there.
It's there. It's there.
That's why they say blood is thicker than water. But yeah.
Never tested it, but like maybe. Could be.
Wow.
Like how sure are we? It's not like we've taken blood and then we put water
blood
in
is
it.
thicker than water.
No.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, and you know, then can I tell them is so yeah. Yeah, was with the commands of baby cars and you can actually see the blood is thicker.
It depends. It depends on. Okay, well, if for example, if amanzi ayatsitsa ngokunegazi liyatsitsa apha, yephi ezoba thick? Atsitsa ngehlobo linye. It's just that when you leave blood longer on the floor, something, it becomes thick.
Yes. It's the same thing when it comes to family. We've been family for a long time. So
wow.
now is thick.
Fair
We can
enough.
be friends for a very long time, but that water between us, not
It's just like, yeah.
I surprised myself too.
That was
But yeah.
a nice analogy.
Yeah.
But it really showed us the importance of family, man, and showing up for the people that you love, making sure that they know you love them, and being a part of a community, so that when it's hard to be on your own, it's hard to show up for yourself, you can just call your sister who's a mile away and hey sis, how are you? Call your friend who's a mile away and like, hey, call family. So it's very important, belonging to a community.
It taught us that we've been taking life
For granted.
taking living for granted. I'll make a simple example, something like going to the park. Before COVID, no, you wouldn't even think of going to the park. I'm talking about myself now. Before COVID, never even thought about touching the park. Man, got to locked down and I was locked in. I even wanted to go and be so you understand that this is something I've always had access to, but I just took it for granted. But it's here, I'll go anytime I want. And then I was told I can't go. And then you start to realize, no man, but this is precious. This is important. Then when they let us do it, we enjoyed it even more. Same thing with people who love groove. And I like what they did with the lockdown house parties, because they realized that people
This is it.
groove.
This is it.
Groove for some people, it's an escape. You understand? It's therapy for some people. So you realize that we've been taking these things for granted, and they were taken away.
You know what? I'm not huge on grooving. I'm not a groovist, but I believe you when you say groove is therapy. It's therapeutic. It's just a beautiful thing that we're able to all be in the same space for one reason alone, and that is to have fun. We are all carrying baggages, we're all carrying loads, but when we walk inside of that room, we leave all of those things behind, and we just have fun while it lasts. And that's the thing, it matters. It matters. Mzuzwana ufumanayo, have fun. It counts for something.
Really mean groove. If you were a villain,
I challenge you. I challenge you.
FIFA. But ngicela sifunde one thing from COVID. Guys, even after social distance is gone, stop standing behind me, Espa, or shop
Oh, wow. It really is annoying, and you can feel someone breathe. You're just like, bro, you're breathing. I can
And I
I can
ask
smell what you
myself,
ate last night.
exactly.
Like,
But how were we so comfortable with it before COVID? Because we were there before COVID,
yeah.
and we were comfortable with it. It's one of the things that I wish can remain even after COVID is history. Can social distancing remain? That's one thing that we need to continue doing. Especially with lines. Okay, maybe you get in a taxi, that makes sense. Maybe we settle down.
There's no need.
There's no need.
Yeah, COVID has taught us there's no need. There's no need for you to be extra. There's no need to. Yeah, there's really no need for a lot of things, actually.
A lot of things.
There's no need. There's no need. I like that. That's my new thing. There's no need. It's my bio now on social media. There is no need. Before you think about coming and commenting and saying all of those crappy and weird things, there's no need. Before you think of doing something, you should actually ask yourself, is there a need?
So that means now there's no need for us to DM you.
There's no need. Why? Why?
What do you mean why?
Why?
We want to send you DMs. Hi,
Wow.
how you doing?
Nothing is extravagant. There's no need. I like that.
Yeah, no. We should be.
Why are you dating? Aqua need.
How?
You know?
We get there now?
Why are you making babies? There's no need.
Why are you attacking me? There's
Why
no
are
need.
you being mean? There's no need. Why am I being nice to you?
Whoa. There's a need. What's wrong with you? But yeah, no, it's true, man. There really wasn't a need for a lot of things that we did. One thing that I learned from COVID, and this thing, I'm very passionate about this, man. One thing I learned from COVID, our educational system. Guys, changes must be made. Listen, let me tell you something. During COVID, a lot of people lost their jobs. Unemployment increased. But one thing that didn't stop, our Department of Education was busy producing unemployed people every year. But busy producing graduates. No, you're not. You are producing more people who are going to contribute to unemployment. The problem is our government, actually, they are busy creating employees and complaining about the lack of employment. They're not creating
Words spoken like a businessman.
Yes, I'm very passionate about that. And I realized during COVID that, hey man, we keep creating employees every year. The employment opportunities are not there because employers are not being created. People like us. We are forced to create ourselves. We've been forced to create ourselves. And guys, can we learn entrepreneurship in high school?
You do understand that it's not for everybody.
Yes, I understand that.
It's really not for everybody.
But my problem is, why are you busy creating employees and you're not creating employers? Who's going to employ the employees that you create?
Because there are institutions that are already in place. There's systems that are already in place. Employers go to school. Do you get that?
Yes, they do.
We have business people that went to school for business. We have people in science. We have people in ICT.
It's really hard.
Now, I think the question of education is not that it shouldn't be or should be creating employers. It's just that there are no opportunities. I think that's what we're missing. It's a gap between opportunities, and the reason why the opportunities that employers don't have. Because if you're an employer, you need an opportunity to create something that you can invite people to employ. If you're an employer, was obviously employing the P, right? Where are you going to employ a person?
My business.
Your business.
Yes.
Okay, then employ. Okay, why do you need the government for that?
The problem is, our education system, back in primary and high school, they never taught us entrepreneurship. We were never taught how to be entrepreneurs. We've been taught how to be employees, but we were never taught how to be employees. I was not made to be employed. That's my thing. I couldn't last at diplomas delivering pizza because I was not made to be employed. I'm a natural leader. That's who I am. But high school education, it forces you to be a sheep.
I think I want us to have this conversation,
Yeah.
maybe next week.
Okay.
It's a very important conversation because I feel like we have a lot of contradicting views on it. So I love it. I think it's going to be a thought-provoking conversation, and we can add people onto it, experts, education experts, teachers.
Please.
I'd love that.
Matter of fact, yes.
I'd love that because I have problems with that. Yeah, I have problems with that, and what it has arisen, I think, because I remember in my matric year when it was time to choose, like, pursue and go after a tertiary education, a lot of people decided, we're not going to go to school because we want to be business people, or we want to be employers, we don't want to be employed, you know. And for some, they didn't even know what that means, about being employed. Like, what does that mean beyond just the ideal manner? If you're employed, you're going to sit behind the desk. For example, this is me being employed.
Yeah.
But
do you see the problem?
Wait. This is me being employed, and this is something that I love doing. I was not taught how to do this.
Yes.
But I'm doing it.
Yes. No problem.
The education system did not teach me how to do this, but I'm doing it. Now, what are we gonna say to the education system?
About what?
So I'm the employer now. Wait, I'm the employed. Okay, we need to have this conversation next week.
Can I just say one thing before
Say
all
something.
of that? You said that a lot of people after matric decided I
That-
want to be an employer, so I would leave school.
Yes.
Why should that be the option for us?
Because-
Why can't I
because
say
that's-
I want to be an employer in Zaufunda?
But that's the thing. I feel like that's the conversation that entrepreneurship is like. A lot of entrepreneurs in their motivational speeches or in their conversations are teaching people that in order for you to be an employer, you don't need to, like, don't go to school.
because there's no other option.
What do you mean there's no other option?
My man, I'm talking about high school here. Imagine if now I was taught entrepreneurship in high school. From high school, color grade one in these days.
Grade 8.
From grade 8,
Mhm.
I was taught entrepreneurship. Not business studies,
Okay.
entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
From grade 8.
Mhm.
By the time the Puma metric, I already know, but okay, I can go there to further my studies in entrepreneurship. Kanti ngoxa kubuza ufuna uba yintoni xa udala ndifuna uba ngugqirha kodwa i-maths yam level 1. I know for a fact that I'm good in business, but I do not know where to go.
But that goes with a lot of things, man. It's not just limited to. Okay, let's have this conversation next week. Let's have this
But don't
conversation.
get me wrong, I'm not
next week.
saying the whole educational system, I'm saying high school.
Let's go. Oh my God. Next week. Next week. Yeah. Let's have this conversation next week because I feel like we don't have time. Or we can drop this and we can have another conversation. We can end this live and start having that conversation.
I'm open to it.
Either way, okay. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in on lessons from COVID-19. We did say that some of the things that we learned was
I learned pivoting, adapting.
okay, adapting quickly.
I learned to adapt very quickly, and I learned something new about myself that I'm great. I just didn't realize that I'm great. You understand? So I learned that unleash your potential you.
Okay.
Don't keep that potential you inside. Do it. And one last thing, and you won't like this. I learned there's no time, so I must have babies.
Don't do that. No kids. No, even if you have time, even if you don't have time, babies out of the picture.
My name is baby. What are you saying now?
Yes, exactly. No duplicating me. No duplicating me. It's not good, that thing. Value family. Tap into your inner self because it's very important that you show up for yourself. No one else is going to show up for you. And even if they do, they don't have to, but you have to because you live with yourself.
Yeah.
24/7. And when you die with yourself. They don't die with you. Even if they die next to you, but you die for your own part. Do you get what I mean? Like, we live together, yes, but like, I'm living for me. That is important. Having a higher source, a place that you can call home, that is outside your own physical home, but a place that is inside of you. Having a guide a higher being, like I said,
Yeah.
a place that you can hold on to when all seems to not be stable or steady, right? And placing the vitality to live not on materialistic things, because those things can cease to exist at any given time, you know. And lastly, love, man. That's what we live for. We're alive today because there's still something that I love. You love life, so you're here today.
Start by loving yourself.
Yeah.
And one more thing, let's wish next time.
Ungazish.
Miss him. But yeah, let's wish next time.
Hey, my heart is my home. Okay. That is Okuhle saying my heart is your home. Yeah. Create a home inside of you, my friend. A home that only you can tap into. And if someone taps into it too, you invite them. A home that no one else can have a say on. You don't need a title deed that is stamped by the government or that is stamped by housing. It's a home that you have the title deed to. You don't need a stamp. You don't need to sign it. No one needs to co-sign it. You don't need witnesses before you can acquire it. It's yours. You don't even have to create a will for it when you died. Like, it's yours. It's really yours. So create a home that is inside of you so that you can run to it when you can't run nowhere else, when the home that is physical is not a safe space for you. That's what we need. Ungathiwajajwa uthi wathini, because you know that it's you. We're out. But before we leave, let's shout out to Pumla Funani.
Oh.
Yep, Pumla Funani.
Oh, wow.
Of course, that's why.
That's
Oh man, you're so soft. I love it. Pumla Funani, Pulelande, Nomanda Lorraine Peter, Tandaza Pamla. I know the surname. Yeah. Sihle Pamla. Unkoli Nkulu, Lindelwa Kumbaca, Liso, Liabona Africa Salad, and all 9 of you. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. You can catch me. Yeah, don't catch me. I'm gone. Don't catch me. I'm gone. Fly. Any last words?
Asanda Magaga everywhere, and look out for Modern Care. We're finally going on market. We've decided that we're going to market.
What was that?
Yes, Modern Care was going to be. Yes.
We're ready for that. With that said, we're out of here, man. Look out for the next